What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our Week 1 battle for the BBL. The Banlist Battlers League is back for season number 9, and we are facing off against Joe the Flaming, aka Talon Master J, aka Joe, and his Atlanta Talon Flames. Now, Joe has been able to help us out quite a bit lately. He's been in a couple of different front offices for us for the different leagues we've been running, so shout out to him. But we are facing off against him for the first time in a little while. And the last time we played against him, we unfortunately got hacked to all hell and back. And hopefully that does not happen again. But his team is absolutely terrifying. If you guys want to skip the team builder, you can do so by clicking on the timestamp on the screen and in the description. And of course, just so you know, I am bringing back the green screen for this season. A lot of you guys have mentioned that you want to see it back. And I felt, you know what? We'll just do it. We will bring it back this season. Now, his team, crazy. Yveltal, he had the first overall pick, decided to pair that with Necrozma and Aegislash. Aegislash is one of the best Pokemon to pair with Yveltal. Nidoqueen and Mamoswine are two amazing ground types, and unfortunately, ground types really go in against my team. It is what it is. Latias, very, very bulky, very annoying. Ground immunity is also nice. It's just a really good bulky psychic and dragon type. Slurpuff has access to webs to allow Yveltal to be a bit more offensive, but also can be a really good belly drum sweeper. Magmortar is annoying, just a decent Pokemon all around. Alolan Raichu, interesting Pokemon on this build. I think regular Raichu makes a lot more sense, but it is what it is. Miltank is another rocker outside of the dual grounds and the Necrozma, and Lapras is, well, a Lapras, which I don't think is going to be coming in this game over here. Now let's go ahead and jump into what we are bringing for this battle. My team, I am running. I'm very happy to say we are bringing our Zekrom. Obviously, this Pokemon is insane. It is my win condition this week. The entire game plan revolves around getting rid of the Aegislash and getting rid of the Slurpuff, because once I do that, he has no resist to Dragon. So, Dragon Fang boosted Outrage will be doing insane amounts of damage if I manage to get the +1, which is pretty doable against his team. In general, the speed we have on this Pokemon is there for the Mamoswine. We have enough investment to take 2 no special attack Slurpuffs and Dazzling Gleams from full. We also take Yveltal's Foul Play while we are at +1, and we take 2 Jolly Life Orb Mamoswine Ice Shards from full as well. So really important here, we are super bulky, have a ton of defense investment or HP investment, which will bulk up our defenses, which is what I want to say. And with our attack investment, a boosted Outrage. +1 Outrage with the Dragon Claw, with the Dragon Fang, has a chance to OHKO a max HP Nidoqueen, which is insanity. Again, this Pokemon is crazy good. Hopefully we can get the win with this thing. It may be a bit easier to get rid of the Nidoqueen and the Mamoswine, but I feel like both of those are definitely coming. I feel like only one of the Aegislash and Slurpuff is going to come. I don't think Slurpuff comes, but if it does, we are prepared for it. So that's why I want to run the Outrage with the sweeping for the Dragon move and not for the Electric move. Our next mon is going to be our Terrakion here. Terrakion is really cool this week. Running Focus Sash, this is our lead of choice this week. If I don't see any rockers, then I may not lead with it, but all the rockers are going to be here except for maybe Miltank. But close combat, really strong Earthquake, really good damage against something like Aegislash. Also, I guess the Necrozma, but also a bit the Nidoqueen, which are the main things. But then there's Megahorn. Megahorn is there for the Necrozma and the Latias. Issue is I have to scout in advance. If I still have my Sash intact, then I'm okay clicking Megahorn against the Necrozma because I get 2 shots at it to be able to break it down and get the KO, which is really important, especially if it's weakness policy. And Rocks is the main thing. We really want Rocks because we're trying to get rid of the boots on the Yveltal, trying to chip things down, wear things down so that we can sweep with our Zekrom, which is really, really important. The speed that we have on this set, we are 188 speed with a Jolly Nature, which I believe was enough speed for the Yveltal. So yeah, moving on is going to be our Slowbro. Slowbro is here as our defensive pivot to quite a few different things. We are running Teleport with Slack Off as our recovery options. We have Toxic for just generic answers to something like a setuping a Necrozma, an annoying Yveltal, I guess a setup Latias as well, depending on what the set is. Obviously, Scald will not break the sub on a Aegislash or on a Latias, but that's okay. That's okay, we have answers to those things, so I feel pretty confident about our chances with that. Colberberry is there for the knockoff on the Necrozma, the Dark Pulse on the Necrozma if it's a setup set, the Yveltal's random dark moves, and I guess the knockoff on Mamoswine, because knockoff into Earth Power from Life Orb Mamo actually has a chance to KO me, but not anymore with the Colberberry. This is our main answer to the Mamoswine, to, I guess, a physically offensive Slurpuff. If it's at +6, Slurpuff can never actually OHKO me from full with Play Rough, which is awesome, and it also helps me out take hits from attacks that are not Ghost moves from Aegislash. Really solid Pokemon overall. I'm kind of iffy on it, but it's a pivot that my team desperately needs for the Mamoswine, which is really important to be able to wear down for our Zekrom. Our next mon is going to be our Landorus here. Lando I with the Sheer Force with Yachi Berry this week. Yachi Berry is there for a couple reasons. Number one, it's there for the Ice Beam from the Latias, but also for the Ice Shard or Icicle Spear, Crash, whatever, from the Mamoswine. Mamoswine could be scarfed this week. If it is scarfed, I'm totally cool with that. If it's locking itself in the knockoff, I'm happy. If it's locking itself into a electric move, or an electric move, an ice move, I'm happy for Slowbro. If it's locking itself into a ground move, I go into Landorus. I feel really, really good about it being scarfed. If it is scarfed, it is just nice for us. But mainly, we want to be able to take a hit from the Latias as well because it does outspeed me. We are running Earth Power with Grass Knot. Grass Knot is there as my way to be able to OHKO the Mamoswine from full 100% of the time, unless it's got like a lot of bulk, which I don't think it will, since I think it'll have speed for the Tapu Bulu. Knockoff is there to get rid of the boots on Yveltal, the leftovers on Aegislash, just be an annoying thing all around. U-turn for momentum, and then Earth Power is just so strong. The main thing is this Pokemon can't really beat the Yveltal, and that's the one thing that it can't beat. Everything else just it gets destroyed by this Pokemon, even without the Life Orb, which is crazy. We have speed on this set, by the way, for the Yveltal. Our next Mon is going to be our Incineroar here, making its debut as well. Knockoff, Parting Shot, Protect, and Will-O-Wisp. This is now 2 Mons I only have one attacking move on. I have one attacking move on my Incineroar and one attacking move on my Slowbro. We're running Knockoff because it does break the sub for Necrozma, Aegislash, Latias, which is nice. Parting Shot just for decent momentum. I don't want to run U-turn in case of a weakness policy Necrozma. Protect is there though in case I think it could go for a Meteor Beam on me. If I think it's Meteor Beam Necrozma with a Power Herb, then Meteor Beam will never actually go through me because I can Protect on the first one, which is what I'm always going to do against Necrozma, by the way. I always click Protect to start to scout what it's going to do. If it clicks to Totemize, I know pretty much right away that it's going to be a weakness policy set, which is important to note, and I can just Parting Shot away and kind of handle it that way. If it is not going to click that, then it's probably going to click Meteor Beam or Earth Power against me, maybe Calm Mind, who knows. But either way, we can just go for the Protect, dealt the Meteor Beam, and then if he does go for Meteor Beam in the future, I always will be able to Protect on the turn that actually attacks me, which is super important. Will-O-Wisp was there for being able to catch something like the Slurpuff coming in on me, the Nidoqueen, maybe even the Latias, just depending. The Yveltal obviously be really good, so I can weaken the foul play damage that I'll be taking, and also to deal with the Mamoswine as well. In general, really solid Pokemon here. Intimidate is nice. It lets me know right away if the Mamoswine is oblivious or thick fat, and then Boots are Boots because he has 4 really good rockers. Yeah, that's going to be our Pokemon, our Incineroar, that's the name of this Pokemon, and basically the investment on this allows me to take a Necrozma's Meteor Beam from full, and Protect, like I said, is to scout the Meteor Beam and to block it. Our next and final Mon is going to be our Frostlass here, which is amazing offensively. We're running offensive, physically offensive, with Triple Axle and Poltergeist as our attacking moves, because look at my opponent's team and look at the combination of those attacks. The only thing that resists the combination is going to be specifically Thick Fat Miltank, and the only thing that's going to take multiple hits from it, other than that, are going to be Lapras. That's really it. Yeah. Will-O-Wisp is there in case of needing to get a Sucker Punch play right against an Yveltal. Also helps out a lot against something like a Mamoswine, maybe even Aegislash depending on the set if it doesn't have an item anymore. Taunt is there because I don't want Necrozma setting up on me. Same thing, I guess, with Slurpuff, but in general, Taunt is just solid. It's there for Miltank as well. I feel good about this set. Max speed to speed tie the Latias is the one, and Expert Belt because, again, we hit the, of the first 6 Pokemon on the team, we hit 5 of them for super effective damage. E-Belt makes a lot of sense. But yeah, that's going to be our team for this week's battle. Hopefully we can get the job done. Fingers crossed for it. Make sure to comment down below risotto. If you guys know what risotto is, then make sure to do that. It's a very classic rice dish, and it's a lot of fun to make. I've been enjoying making it lately with mushrooms and onions and a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, thanks for watching the Team Builder. Let's do it. It is time to battle. All right, so we are back, and there's no Aegislash, which is cool for Slowbro, but there's a Slurpuff. So once the Slurpuff is gone, then I'll feel really good about my win condition of Zekrom. So we have the Necrozma, we have the Slurpuff, the Mamoswine, the Nidoqueen, the Latias, and the Yveltal. My lead is Terrakion. Yeah, it's really good in this matchup. It hits everything for really, really strong damage. And if he leads off with the, what is that thing called? The Slurpuff, then so be it. It is what it is. Can't really do much about it. I just have to get one more Dragon Dance, that means, for with my Zekrom, or make sure that the Mamoswine is not scarfed and the Latias is gone. So it's not really the end of the world if that ends up being the case. But yeah, I'm leading off with my Terrakion. It's going to be really strong here. If there's a lead of Slurpuff, how much does Slurpuff take from my Terrakion? Should be a good chunk. If it's got no investment at all, Earthquake will do 59 to 70. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and do that lead. Yeah, so we are running double berry, double stash item, I guess, looking thing. And then we got the Boots and the Dragon Fang. In general, this team is really cool. It's done well for us in the mocks. One of the mocks I actually lost because I missed back-to-back Will-O-Wisps on a Adamant Miltank with my Frostlass, and I ended up getting 2 a kill because of it. But the next mock I had was against Haze, I believe it was, and we ended up winning that one on the back of the the Zekrom setting up. So yeah, good luck, have fun to Joe. Let's try and get a nice W here and see if we can advance to 1-0 on the season. And I'm happy to be bringing back the green screen, okay? Even though I got this massive shadow right there. But chocolate is the lead, and that is going to be the Slurpuff. So Slurpuff, max HP, we do 49 to 57 to Slurpuff with max HP. That's a tasty, actually, so I should put timid. We do 43 to 51. It's not enough, but it is what it is. I can go for a rock here. Getting my hazard up is nice. It forces him to defog away as well, so I'm going to go ahead and get my hazards. Having taunts on this would have been amazing, by the way. We were debating it, but we just had 4 moves lost syndrome. We were really debating it, but Mega Horn is really important for the psychic types that did end up coming. Earthquake for the 80 slash mostly, and I guess this thing as well. And then Nidoqueen, of course, and then Close Combat just destroys everything else. Close Combat actually hits Yveltal harder than Rock Slide does. So we get up our rocks. He's going to get his webs, very likely, I imagine. Just a straight Dazzling Gleam. That's actually fine with me. It doesn't bring me down to Sash. But we can do some decent damage to this with Earthquake now. I want to weaken this thing. I should be doing about half to it if it's max HP. From that damage, Dazzling Gleam, that looks to be very specially offensive. It is 65 to 76 with Dazzling Gleam. Let me pull my calculator. Okay, so Earthquake will come out. Ooh, that is bulky, bulky, bulky. There's the webs. Yeah, so webs, D-Gleam, like that is what it is. I can't really do much about it. Does this outspeed anything that I want to keep it around for? The answer is no. Let's see. So I was brought down. It did 110 to me with Dazzling Gleam. D-Gleam doing 110. I'm sure that's a roll for no bulk. It's got to have some investment. Okay, Dazzling Gleam doing 110 needs to have like at the minimum 44 EVs. But the fact that we only did so little, we did, what, 30%? It's got to be very defensive, bold nature, whatnot. Great. That's like the second or third time we've actually DC'd. Okay, we'll get up our rocks here. We want rocks up because we want to chip everything down to be able to get them in range of our Zekrom, break potential sashes. So first one brought me down to 65, second one brought me to 77, this one brought me to 65 as well. So we're going to go ahead and click the Earthquake here, as we're going to see webs. And I think I'm just going to click another Earthquake. If it's fully defensive, this it does about a quarter. Like, that tells me it's like very defensive. Like very defensive. The lowest it could do is 29.4. So if it is going to be what is it called? Citrus Berry. We're going to find out now. We're going to guarantee put it under half. I'd be surprised if he went to the Latias here. It wouldn't make sense, but if he does, he does. If he does, I just go into my... Do I switch out? I don't even know if I switch out, honestly. We got another Earthquake off. This thing is now under half. Do we see Citrus Berry? We see Citrus Berry. So the fact that it's Dazzling Gleam makes me pretty confident it's not Belly Drum. I'm like certain about that. It has some burden now. And there's the Dazzling Gleam, and it's going to get the KO. So Slurpuff picks up the first KO of the season against us. Terrakion, once again, does nothing offensively. Just gets him with rocks and then dies. So what am I going into here? I can go into Escanor, but it doesn't really do much for me. It's mostly a check to other things. If I go to Incineroar, D-Gleam will do very little to me. I can Parting Shot out. I can go into my Landorus here, which can threaten this out a good bit. I think that is the play, however. We're going to do that. And I can click Earth Power here pretty freely, I think. Because if I see a Latias come in, then that's fine. If I see Latias come in, that's fine. I take the hit. I can then knock off whatever item it has and kind of go around that way. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Earth Power here. Because again, our whole game plan is get rid of the Slurpuff. And then our Zekrom can sweep. And thank God I'm recording. I forgot to make sure. With no investment, he will outspeed me with Unburden. As he doesn't outspeed me with Unburden somehow. He's not Unburden. He's not Unburden. What was he Sweet Veil? He had to be... Okay, he had to be Sweet Veil. Unless he's like... No IVs? Is it no IVs? Yeah, if it's like no IVs, or if it was like... Quiet. Yeah, if it was quiet, then I outsped. But here's the Mamoswine. We're firing off the Grass Knot here. We're getting our KO on this thing right now. If it is not going for Ice Shard on me, Did my remote just died? Oh my god, my remote just died. What the fuck? Where's my charger? All right, we found the charger. Come on now. Connect, please. Thank you. Grass on Okos, unless it's a Salt Vest. We're not going to see it switch out. It's not a Window Berry. Is it a Salt Vest? It is a Salt Vest. It goes for knockoff. So, unfortunate. It can go for a what is it called now? A pretty free Ice Shard on me. I'm just going to switch out. Good prep. I was going to get the KO on this thing, get rid of it, get rid of 2 Mons all the way, which would have been amazing for me. Especially the mouse on getting rid of that thing would have been huge for me, but it is what it is. Here, if he goes for Ice Shard, which he should go for Ice Shard here, I don't think Joe would prepare a bouncer without Ice Shard, especially if it's a Salt Vest. It's going to run Knockoff, Crash, Shard, Earthquake. That's it. So we see, I imagine, an Ice Shard here. Unless we see double Knockoff and make the prediction to Slowbro. We see the Ice Shard. Very good. So I can easily make the teleport play here. Let's see. What does he have left? He has... Fuck, my cats are going crazy attacking my green screen. Get out of there. I can go for a Toxic. Toxic could work. It's just like, what am I expecting to come in? If I'm expecting Necrozma to come in, I can just go into, well, Landorus, basically, and just attack that thing. Yeah. I feel like I just go for a teleport here. I feel like I just go for a teleport. He's just going to knock off. He's just going to knock off. So I overplay on my end, but I guess it paid off for Joe. Did very little to me. We're going to get all that health back with regen. Now, question is, what am I going into? Because nothing I have outspeeds this Pokemon now. I obviously have Lando. And I think my play actually will be going into Escanor. I think that's my play here. Going into Escanor. I'll get the Intimidate off. If it's got Oblivious, then we'll know right away. Is it Oblivious? It is Oblivious, okay. So now we're going to see a pretty free Earthquake in my opinion. I'm going to go hard back into Slowbro. I'm going to pivot back into Slowbro. I'll just do the whole shenanigans over again. Earthquake should not do very much to me. Let's go to Mamoswine. We know it's not banded. We know it's a Salt Vest. Pretty sure it's Jolly. We're going to see an Earthquake come out. So Slowbro, we're at 201. That brings us down to 34. I can go for a Slack Off here. I'll get some health back, and then I'll play from there. Earthquake does 69 points of health to me at most. Gotta make sure I have my calculator always ready for me, because I'm always forgetting numbers. He's going to switch out. Okay, so he got the play right last time, and when comes the Nidoqueen. I'm getting back to full now. Let's take a look. Nidoqueen. Offensive with Thunderbolt, let's say. Thunderbolt. Does 93 if it's modest. 93% max if it's modest. My Scald will bring it really low. And I think, honestly, I just want to go for the Scald here. I just want to do that. I just want to get some chip on this thing. I think that's my best option. Obviously, I know I'm going to weaken my Slowbro, but I can always come in on another ice move and then kind of handle it that way, pivot around a little bit, get back into it, as long as I have Landorus around. But I think this is solid. I don't think it's going to be Life Orb offensive. I don't think it makes sense for him to be Life Orb offensive. But we're going to see an Ice Beam come out, so we get a nice little play there, which is great. 201 down to 57. Scald will come out. So let's do the math on that. Can I get the burn, please? No burn. Okay. So 201 minus 57 is... Oops, nice. 201 minus 157, excuse me, 44. The Nidoqueen's Ice Beam. That makes sense for Ice Beam. Here, I'm going to make a double. I'm going to go into Armstrong here. If he goes for the Ice move again, well played. It's a sack, basically, if he's not. And we know it's Life Orb, by the way. Thunderbolt, beautiful. We got him. All right. Question now is, am I going for the U-turn? I don't think I can afford to stay in, to be honest. Like, I don't want to go for an Earth Power because then... How much do we do with knockoff to this? Where's Lando? There it is. Knockoff is 30 to 36. It's like, that's like a range there. Does he stay in? I don't know if he stays in or not. Like if I go for Earth Power here, and he switches out, I'm in a really bad spot, I think. Just like if I go for Knockoff here and he stays in, I'm in a really bad spot here. Let's go for the U-turn here. That way it kind of mitigates both. We're going to see him switch out. I'll take it. Do we go Latias? Is that a Latias here? Or is that the... That's Latias. Okay, nice. So it's going to take hazards here. Unless it's boots. It is not boots. And we're going to hit it with a U-turn here, which is nice. That's some okay damage. Let's do a quick little calc on that. We did, what, about 35% to it? That's got to have some bulk. Okay. If I go to Frostlass, Frostlass does not take Timid Draco, but I like the idea of going... do I want to go Frostlass here, or do I want to go into Incineroar? I think I want to go Frostlass here because of the ability to, because of the webs up. Because there's webs up, I want to have my Incineroar for the Yveltal. Yeah, the webs are P being a bit of an asshole to me right now, to be honest. So, am I going for Poltergeist here? Everything has its item still. Everything has its item still. So I think I do just go for the Poltergeist, that means. Can't see a world where it goes hard into anything, really. I'm going to go for Poltergeist. We'll see what he does. Maybe see a Recover or a Roost or whatever, but I think Poltergeist is my play. We're going to see a Draco come out. It's going to connect. Unless it's Modest, this never kills me. Or if it's Timid, actually, I think it has a chance. Right? No, it's Modest, never kills me. Okay. Choice Scarf. Okay, we got the KO on this now, which is great. That means that there's only one answer to Lando. Yeah. This Pokemon, though, is basically a sack now for me, which is unfortunate. I guess maybe with all that, the way that played out, the fact that he was Scarf, I would have been happier if I went into Incineroar, I think. But no, it is what it is. So let's think about this. If I see Yveltal come in, let me get the KO on me. I have to go into Incineroar after. I mean, do I let him get the KO on me? Probably goes for U-turn if he has it. Okay, no, he goes into the Mammo instead. So, sadly, I am just going to attack him right now. I'm just going to attack. I don't want to risk like him going for like an Earthquake or something on my Slowbro. If it was going for Ice Shard, maybe I would have been more confident with that, but I'm just going to let him take the sack. Because I don't know if he's going to go for Ice Shard or not. He could overplay and click Ice Shard, but he clicks Earthquake. He should click Earthquake 100% of the time here. At worst case, he clicks Crash. But to be honest, he probably clicks Knockoff. It's Knockoff, that's the play. I listed all 4 moves this thing probably has. This thing is going for Knockoff. That's the only move it should go for. As he goes for Ice Shard instead. So if I went hard to Slowbro, that would have been amazing for me. But I did not. And Curse Body, which is actually huge. That Curse Body is so big because right now I just go into Landorus here. Instead of going to Slowbro and taking Chip, I just go Landorus. Curse Body coming in clutch for me. Wow. Alright, we don't take any boots, any webs or something. Am I clicking U-turn here, though? If I click U-turn, what am I going into? I go Incineroar. I have boots, which is nice. I outspeed everything. I outspeed everything. There's no reason for me to click anything other than Knockoff here. I click Knockoff. He's going to switch out. Into what? Okay. He's going to die to rocks with his Mammo. At least he should. Okay, that was a crit. was like, oh yeah, we should have gone for knockoff that first turn, but no, we made the right play going for the U-turn because I think that crit would not have KO'd. We get rid of this, so the ground types are basically gone. The Latias is gone. There's the Necrozma, which depending on Necrozma's set, if Necrozma is max HP, Zekrom at +1, Outrage it's a KO after rocks 100% of the time if it's max HP. In comes this thing. This thing should die here. Thank you. We take those. Rocks coming in clutch for me. Oh, that was close. Always calc to find out how much rocks are going to do to you. And yeah, we take that. We take that for sure. We disconnected 3 times. 3 times. Once before we started the game, twice during the game. Switched servers, and now it's working fine. Knock on wood. Light, which is this thing. So, as much as I want to click knockoff on this, I literally can't. I lose if I do. I have to click Earth Power against this. I'm going to click Earth Power. This should do a huge chunk of damage to this, so we're going to do that. 2 mons left. This Necrozma can still sweep me. We're going to go for Earth Power. I do not want to pop a weakness policy on this thing. That is so much damage. We see Dragon Dance come out. Ah! That's scary. Okay. Adamant +1. Physical Photon, guys. So let's just go with Zen Headbutt and put it 100 base power against my Zekrom. It never kills me. It has Earthquake potentially. That never kills me if it's Adamant. Slowbro, this thing could have knockoff. I think is the best thing it could have against me. I think I'm just going to go for the Earth Power here is what I want to do. Do I want to switch out at all? Is that a play? I don't think it's... I mean, I could go into Incineroar. I'm going to go Incineroar. I'll go Incineroar. I'll get the Intimidate off. It's going to go for Geyser on me. It makes no sense to go for anything else. We'll get our Intimidate. There's the Geyser. Beautiful. So this thing is back to neutral now. Incineroar. Earthquake does 58 to 69. Knockoff should KO this thing if it's max HP, which again, it's not going to be max HP anymore. 52 to 63. It's probably weakness policy. Do I just go like hard into Juvia here? On the potential Earthquake. Slowbro. Earthquake is 22%. Knockoff is 21%. I think I go Juvia here. This thing could go for teleport or go for a recover. I don't think it has enough moves for recover. It doesn't have enough moves for recover. There's no way it can just afford to run Geyser and Earthquake. I mean, maybe it can. Looking at my team, I have two ground types. 2 dark types, excuse me. And yeah, I should have probably gone for knockoff there. So I'm for another Dragon Dance. Might have been a misplay on my end. I can go for Toxic here, I think, actually, which is going to be fine in my eyes. Let's go for Toxic, just in case it goes for like a Morning Sun or whatever. I have no more Colbur Berry. Get rid of this. It's back at +1. I'm making the calcs all assuming it's Adamant. Knockoff at +1 does 35 to 42 if it is Adamant, with no item. Scald will do 29 to 34 if it has no investments. Which looks to be the range of that, but I'm going for Toxic just in case it has a Morning Sun. Because this is +2 now. If I click Knockoff, I was in such a good spot. If I click Parting Shot, if I click any attacking move that my Incineroar had, there's an Earthquake. So Earthquake looks to be his best option, which is going to do 32% max to me. Eat it up. Eat it up, Slowbro. We connect to Toxic as well. I'm going to click Recover here. Slack off, whatever. You guys know what the name is. Do I want to click that, or do I want to click Teleport? I feel like Teleport is the play, to be honest. Just in case there's a switch into Yveltal. I'm going to do that, because if he's going to stay in, stays in, so be it. He goes for a Dragon Dance, I go into Incineroar, get an Intimidate, play around like that. But now we have the Toxic on this, I'm a lot less worried. Yveltal's still a problem though. The good thing is as soon as we have Zekrom in and it's healthy enough to take a hit, okay, so it did have knockoff. All right, that's fine. We'll get the teleport off. And then, so it doesn't have any recovery options. I can go into Escanor, get my Intimidate. So this thing's back to neutral. If I go into Lando, does that do anything for me? We're expecting... Like Zen Headbutt's the best thing. Not Zen Headbutt. Photon Guides are the best thing it can do to me. Knockoff, I have no item anymore. It's going to do 27% at most. Earthquake's going to do nothing. How much damage? This is Adamant. 105 is the roll if it's Adamant. I'm at 103. I'm going to play the chance that it's Jolly. I'm just going to go hard into Armstrong here and try and get preserve the Pokemon around. So I assume we're going to see an Earthquake here. Maybe a knockoff. Geyser's the worst case scenario. Earthquake, beautiful. We have the KO on this, which is huge. And I think I just click U-turn here. I go into Zekrom. No, I can't go into Zekrom. Because Zekrom's going to get 2 killed by Foul Play. Will it? I mean, it might. It might not. We're going to go to Yveltal. If it's like an offensive Yveltal... Zekrom, Dark Pulse, 51 to 60. I think my play here is go U-turn into Incineroar, and then Parting Shot out. U-turn Incineroar, Parting Shot out. We know it's Boots as well. I don't click knockoff. There's no reason to because he doesn't switch it back into this anymore. So we click the U-turn. That's not terrible in terms of damage. We go into Incineroar here. With the Parting Shot. We're always going to try and reduce this thing's offense. I don't believe it gets Nasty Plot. I should double check that, but no, it doesn't get Nasty Plot. Its attack is now whittled down, which is huge in case it's going for like physical moves. We're going to see a knockoff there, so we are going to be affected by the rocks now, by the rocks. What are they called? That's a lot of damage. 35, that's 36 points of damage with the knockoff. 36 points of damage against my Incineroar while it's at -1. That's actually like, let me take a look at the calc. That's a roll for that's a min roll for no investment and like not modest. So I'm gonna go for the Parting Shot here. He's running low on time. He has 33 seconds left. He's gonna go for Fly. I have Protect. I'm gonna click Protect here. I'm gonna click Protect. I'm not taking this chip. No. I don't think so. All right. And then let's go ahead and click Parting Shot once more. 31 seconds left on his end. U-turn come out. Okay, so U-turn, is this the hell? U-turn, Fly, knockoff. What else? Nothing's going to be able to do enough damage to me to really make me break a sweat. Foul Play is the best case, but I take Foul Play. And here we go into the boy, Zekrom. It's at -2 attack. It's at -1 Spidef, or a special attack, excuse me. And I can click my Bolt Strike here. This should get my KO. I don't see any universe where this thing actually survives. Zekrom against max defense, bold. Wow, Bolt Strike actually does not KO. His max defense, it's 75 to 90. That's insane. I'm still going to go for it because I have Incineroar in the back, but I'll go for the Bolt Strike here. We're going to see a knockoff. Eat it up. And Bolt Strike. There it is. This should be game. Is that going to be a 4-0 to start the season for us? That is going to be a 4-0 to start the season for us. Let's go. I will definitely take it. Yveltal is really scary, but if you don't bring it in, it's a bit less of a problem. We made the right plays when we had to. Obviously, we got a bit lucky with a bit of the overplays that Joe had made. Going for the Ice Beam on my Slowbro, expecting me to switch out into the Landorus on the Thunderbolt, then us being able to play around that as well. We did what we had to do, really, and that's the main thing. We didn't make us any single specific play that was like, oh my god, this play is amazing. We just played the game with the way he gave it to us. And sometimes it happens that way. So I'll definitely take it. But guys, I want to give a shout out as well to all of our YouTube channel members. Shout out to them for supporting the channel by going the extra mile and joining the channel financially. So we have Liv, Eric, Zeke, Michael Brown, and Texas Man are level 1s, Tone are level 2, and Sully are level 3. Shout out to them. Shout out to all of you for watching the video as well. Make sure to comment down below the secret word of the day, which was available in the team builder before. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.